Grains are often judged solely by whether they are fresh or processed, but the reality is far more encouraging. With thoughtful handling, frozen or pre-cooked grains can deliver nutrition on par with, or even exceeding, freshly prepared grains while offering convenience, safety, and reduced waste. Freezing, when applied correctly, is not a compromise. It is a tool that preserves nutrients, extends shelf life, and makes healthy, grain-based meals more accessible for busy households. In fact, modern evidence shows that the gap between fresh, frozen, and even minimally processed grains is narrower than commonly assumed, particularly when storage and reheating are done intelligently. Freezing grains shortly after cooking, or even after parboiling, locks in vitamins, minerals, and bioactive compounds. Heat applied during cooking does cause some water-soluble vitamin loss, such as B vitamins in rice or folate in wheat, but freezing halts further degradation by stopping enzymatic activity and microbial growth. Unlike grains stored at room temperature, which may slowly oxidize or absorb moisture that encourages spoilage, frozen grains retain their chemical structure for months. In contrast, fresh rice left in the fridge for several days can slowly lose texture and flavor, while bread stored at room temperature or in plastic quickly becomes stale or moldy, and nutrient loss, although modest, begins immediately. Freezing turns these perishable foods into stable, nutrient-rich ingredients without the need for chemical preservatives. Batch cooking par-cooked grains is particularly effective for combining nutrition with convenience. Cooking rice, quinoa, barley, or wheat berries in larger quantities, then cooling and freezing in portion containers, allows for repeated use in a variety of meals without compromising quality. For example, pre-cooked brown rice can be frozen in single-serving portions and later reheated for grain bowls with vegetables, beans, and proteins, preserving both fiber and mineral content. Parboiled or partially cooked rice is especially well-suited for freezing, as it holds its structure and resists overcooking during reheating. Even more, frozen grains that are properly cooled before storage can develop resistant starch, supporting gut health and moderating post-meal glucose spikes when reheated. Processed grains such as minimally milled or parboiled rice, frozen dumplings made from whole grain flour, or pre-cooked wheat berries can also offer enhanced nutrient stability compared with raw grains that sit unrefrigerated. The key advantage is consistency. Freezing ensures that each portion retains predictable moisture, texture, and nutrient content. This is particularly beneficial for households with irregular cooking schedules, those managing glycemic control, or individuals seeking to maximize fiber and mineral intake without daily labor-intensive cooking. Storage best practices further amplify the benefits. Grains should be cooled rapidly after cooking before freezing to minimize bacterial growth and enzymatic nutrient loss. Airtight containers or freezer-safe bags prevent moisture loss and oxidation. Labeling portions with date and type ensures rotation and reduces waste. For grains that will be reheated, a gentle steaming or microwaving approach preserves texture and nutritional quality, avoiding over-gelatinization that can reduce resistant starch. Avoid repeated freeze-thaw cycles, as these can degrade texture and reduce some heat-sensitive vitamins, but when handled properly, frozen grains maintain flavor, fiber, and mineral content nearly indistinguishably from freshly cooked batches. Batch cooking recipes highlight the versatility of frozen grains. A large pot of parboiled brown rice can be portioned into freezer containers and later transformed into fried rice with vegetables and eggs, a grain salad with citrus and beans, or a simple side of steamed greens. Cooked barley can be frozen and used in breakfast porridge with yogurt and fruit, grain-stuffed peppers, or hearty soups. Quinoa or freekeh can be pre-cooked and frozen for quick lunch bowls with roasted vegetables and hummus. Even frozen whole grain pasta, cooked al dente and stored in small portions, can be gently reheated for nutrient-rich pasta salads or vegetable-packed dinners. These approaches allow nutrition to coexist with modern convenience, demonstrating that healthy eating does not require daily preparation from scratch. The most positive insight is that freezing and pre-cooking do not diminish the nutritional potential of grains. Rather, they enable households to take control of meal timing, variety, and portioning without sacrificing fiber, minerals, or flavor. By understanding and applying proper storage, cooling, and reheating strategies, grains that are frozen or pre-cooked can outperform fresh grains that sit at room temperature or in the refrigerator for extended periods. This reframes convenience not as a compromise but as a tool for metabolic resilience and practical nutrition. Frozen, par-cooked, or minimally processed grains become allies in the kitchen, allowing consistent, nutrient-dense meals that support gut health, satiety, and overall wellness, proving that shelf life and nutrition need not be at odds.